Oh, this is beautiful. Hold on, they kind of ate with that. Hi everyone, it's Linslow by Choice. Thanks for choosing to witness this with me. I'm so excited. I didn't even know that there was going to be, an announcement or anything until just last night. So I'm excited that I'm actually here and I can watch it with you all. And you guys can get my first reaction. Also, let me know what you think of this announcement because I'm almost certain that it's going to be something that I wasn't really expecting. So let's get into it. We are 2 minutes away from this. I'm actually really curious as to what is going to be because I don't really know. It just says an expansion pack, 2 bold kits, and then, behind the Sims and more. So there is speculation that it's a horse pack, but who knows with the Sims. Okay, the screen has changed. It appears to be lambs here, and I think that's a pretty good indication that it's going to be something ranch related. They look really nice though, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Let's hurry up and get to it.
One eternity later.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn the closed captions off. Horse ranch. It's confirmed. Okay, we get new hair. Okay. That's gotta hurt. Oh, so it's not just horses. You can make. Oh, that's huge. You can actually bond with them, I think. Because you could do it with cows too. Okay. Customization makes sense. Oh, line dancing. If this means we get a winery or a wine country or something. Okay. This is really long. Okay, so you can train them. Take the reins July 20th. And then we get new items if we order before August 31st. So there were so many unfinished thoughts that I had while watching this for the first time. So let's go back through and I'll give you a few of the things that really stood out to me when I was first watching it. This trailer definitely had a more cinematic feel, and I love that just off of this first part. You can see the way that they have Horse Ranch expansion pack and then it goes into the Sims 4 font. That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Then I noticed immediately we get new hairs over in the corner here. We get new hair here. And it looks like some new food options maybe. And we get a lot of new objects, which really is to be expected because it's an expansion pack. And with those, we do get a lot of new content. Okay. The next thing that stood out to me is this. So I'm thinking maybe it's like a horse jumping kind of event or dressage or something like that. But based on the vibe of this, I would think it's more of a show jumping kind of thing because dressage, you kind of got to get dressed up. And I didn't see a lot of the past items that would correlate with, dressage. So I think it's show jumping, which I still think is cool because we don't have that in The Sims 4. And it looks like we have a lot of animal gameplay that's going on, which I'm not a big fan of, but I can admire it when it's well made. So this I kind of expected because whenever we get new animals or new anything, they love to include toddler interactions, which I think is good, because if we're going to have toddlers, they should be able to interact with the animals, because that's what, you know, we do in real life. And also, who can deny this is actually really cute? And the next one is this. This piqued my interest a lot, especially because does this mean that we get, you know, a new lot type? Or is there a new profession? Or can we like sell our own bottles of wine? And then it's like, is it a wine country or a ranch kind of country? I'm really curious to see what direction they went into, because we don't get a lot of details as to what kind of world it is, or if it's like a destination world or something similar to that, which I think it would be really cool if we could live on a ranch, which I think that might be the lot type, because it is called Horse Ranch. But nonetheless, I think creating your own bottles of wine and being able to step through it, like, that's so classic in my opinion. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Moving along, this entire scene kind of sparked my attention, because does this mean that we can just take our horses out as we would like a bike? But I don't think we could really put our horse in our inventory like we can a bike. But also, you can see in the background, we're actually riding the horse through a lot of scenes. So that means that there has to be a lot of different backgrounds, a lot of different areas that we can take our horses. And as soon as I saw this, I was reminded of Get Together, when they allowed you to dance in clubs and you can like do dance battles and stuff like that. I think whenever I think of horse ranches, I do think of line dancing. So I think this is a cool feature to add. Not to mention, you can see a lot of the items that we get in the background, especially this piano, the lamps, and then it looks like we get a new bar, which we get a new bar in almost every pack, honestly. Okay, I moved myself back. So we have new rocking chairs, and I think we get more wine bottles. And then in this one, you can see there's like a stable. So maybe there's a new career where you can take care of the horses and things. The possibilities with this, I think, are a little endless, and I would love to see the official documentation on it. And I think this entire scene is just really nice. It reminds me of the family reunion thing that we got with Growing Together, but it looks like it just fits the pack, you know what I mean? Then it says that we get to take the reins on July 20th, and we get free things if we order it before August 31st. So that's all we get from the video. Let's see if they have any official documentation on the Sims website. It looks like we actually do have documentation. The news article says, saddle up with the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. Invite your neighbor, get it? Neighbor. Okay, neighbor ranchers over as we welcome horses. Okay, the first thing here, it says players will have the opportunity to raise, train, and form bonds with horses. Also, there are many goats and many sheep, so it's not really lamb. So sheep and goats, as well as, you know, saddle up into the town and learn about country living, which is kind of iffy to me because we just had a country pack, which is the cottage living. It's not necessarily country, but like it's more of the rural side, if you know what I mean. So I'm kind of, I don't know. Let's get more into this article. So, life on a working ranch. So the name of the world is Chestnut Ridge, and it's a rustic world that's inspired by the American West. I definitely wish we could have worlds that weren't so Americanized, but it is, you know, a company based in America, so it's to be expected. But so we can experience mucking a horse bed or lending a hand on the ranch, as well as harvesting prairie grass for the animal feeder. So a bunch of stuff that just goes into taking care of horses. They also have one thing where we can do bottled nectar. That's what they call the whole wine thing. So nectar by stumping on fruit, which is, you know, the traditional thing, but also potatoes and trash. I'm curious as to what the trash can produce. We do have the option to age the nectar on racks, and that way we can just make more money, make more simoleons, all that good stuff. This is a cute little picture. And if you look a little closely to this picture, you can see there is a child right here. So that means children can ride on horses, which is great because now when they say you can get the whole family involved, you can really get the whole family involved. Then we can bond with our animals. We can shear many sheep and milk many goats for simoleons. I think a really cool opportunity would be that if we could shear the many sheep, we could make clothing out of it. But I do get that that would be a little bit more ambitious given that they put so much hard work into the horses and many goats and many sheep and stuff like that. I just think it would be a cool opportunity to go into. Okay, the next one is, oh, this is beautiful. Hold on, they kind of ate with that. Sorry, okay, so I definitely got sidetracked with the picture. Let's look at the picture first and then we can go into the community. So this shirt and also this skirt, but also this traditional cow print kind of thing. I'm starting to really look at the cast items and I honestly don't think I'm gonna be too mad about it. I wanna get my hands on it before I have like concrete opinions, but just looking at the first look of these cast items, they do look really nice. So into the community, it looks like we can have ranch gatherings and there's a national kind of ranch animal day that we can interact with all the animals on a given ranch, as well as saddle our Sims up onto a horse and we can ride into town to check out all the social scenes and things like that. And that's that scene that we saw before where we can just ride our horses around, I guess. And given this description right here, I'm not sure if it's going to be a completely different kind of park, but there's an equestrian park here. And I'm not sure if we make it equestrian by adding some of the horse items or if it's a completely different lot or if it's just the same park, it just has horse items there. This is actually a really stunning picture of what we can produce with this pack. It looks like this is like the horse stables in a way. So the title of this section is Create, Breed, and Raise Horses. So the first one is that we can customize all of our horses and create a sim, as well as get new horses and we can breed them, rescue them, create more, and purchase them. I'm not sure if it'll be the same way as purchasing horses on the phone or adopting horses, something similar to that. So foals can be born on our ranch and they get unique traits, as well as telling everyone that horses get their own personality traits and the foal can learn from family members or a horse trainer. So is horse training like a part-time gig or a full-time gig? I actually really want to know what the new jobs are in this. So there's downtown in this world and it's called New Appaloosa, and you can ride around Riders Glen, which is a rancher's neighborhood. And then the national park is the Galloping Gulch, I assume. And then there are some hidden gems around this world, and one of them is the Dreadhorse Caverns, and you can just like explore it. I think it would be one of those things like in the caves in the Jungle Adventure pack where you can just go in, and then you have these prompts and things that come up. So I would assume that's what they mean there. And to get more into the horses, they have an opportunity of getting 4 skills: temperament, agility, jumping, and endurance. And basically, you have to get all these things by just practicing for the skill. For jumping, you practice horse jumps. For agility, it's horse barrels. All the competitions are held in the Equestrian Center, and you can just get a lot of simoleons. So it's a lot of ways we can make money with this, which is really cool. But also, we get plaques and stuff we can hang on our wall for decorations and enter into a championship, which I think is oddly similar to the Cottage Living pack where we are able to submit oversized plants for a competition and things. But I guess it's just, you know, more for gameplay in terms of horse ranches. And then the last portion of this article is to mention the indigenous people and their connection to horses, as well as telling everyone that they're making donations to the Sacred Healing Circle, which is 100% indigenous founded and led organization that supports indigenous community and their preservation of land, practices, methodologies, and things like that, which I think is a really great note to end this article on. And then the last photo is just one of our Sims sitting on the porch of a ranch, I assume rocking in the chair, drinking the nectar, and this is just like an ending scene of a movie, I think. Now that we have gone through all the content for the expansion pack, I thought I would bring us back to this, because it does say take the reins June through September. Now we are nearing the end of June. So that means that they could just be making the announcement, but we also get 2 bold kits. So we could get a new kit by the end of June, and then now we know that we get an expansion pack at the end of July or near the end of July. So I think we would get another kit, you know, in August or at the start of September. I'm curious to see the roadmap on this, but now we know a short timeline to where we're getting the expansion pack and the 2 kits. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of curious. And with that, if you liked this video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever I post new videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.